I completely agree with you that bringing such kind of global events, global sports, giving them exposure to India, and also a lot of our, lot of our people exposure to these kind of sports, because unfortunately the exposure is limited to very few people. And most of the time people end up going to Abu Dhabi or to Singapore or to Doha to experience the sport. So I think there is a lot of potential for our country to demonstrate what we can do in terms of not just infrastructure, but the hospitality, the infrastructure. How do we expose our culture to the global stage? I think this is something which we would like to, that's what my vision is, that when we bring Formula One into India, that's what we need to expose to. It's not just about doing one race and, for 3 days, but it's basically how do you showcase the heritage of India.
And build the entire ecosystem around it.
Exactly.
Yeah. So I'm staying on you for a little bit longer, and I said, since we don't really get to see you much, so it'll be a good occasion to catch hold of you right now. I understand when you started going to Mundra Port, you used to travel by train, not with any of the aircrafts that your father already owned at that time. Was that deliberate? Was that for a specific reason? Is it something unique you learned on those train journeys? What was going on?
No, so I'll tell you, it's a very interesting story. So, I finished my finals. I was at Purdue and I finished my final exam of 4th year in May. And I remember the next day he said that just come back to India, because we had almost a 10-day break before the convocation to happen. He's like, why are you going to waste 10 days? Just come back to India. So I came back to India. And the day I landed, okay, one night he gave me. The next day morning, he's like, shouldn't you be going to office? I'm like, sure. I just finished college, but okay, sure. So he's like, I met him in the office, and then he's like, okay, so what do you want to do? So I said, port sounds interesting. So he called Dr. Malema Devya, who was running our port business at that time. He was the one who built the whole Mundra port and was running the port business. So he called him and he's like, okay, take him to, tonight itself, just take him to Mundra, just send him to Mundra. So, so I first journey happened, I didn't know where the train is going to stop, where do I need to get off, but it was interesting. So directly from US to Mundra. But I think, so first year was very interesting for me because I was put on the field. I was not given any office space, no desk, nothing. I was told to spend time completely on field, be on the coal yard, be on the jetty, learn everything in terms of detailing, how people are feeling over there, how do they manage on ground level. I think that whole 1 year gave me a lot of exposure in terms of what are the pain points of people on the ground? How do contractors, how do they operate? Where are the loopholes that they exploit in those things? So I think that was a very grounded journey for me, and something which has given me a strong foundation when I look back from an operations perspective. And honestly, at that time. Dad had given a very strict instruction. You treat him like a normal employee, not to be given any special privileges. So that's where I had to do what any new fresher would join the business. I had to go through.